Hello, budget kings and queens. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you are a returning subscriber, welcome back. And if you are new, I have something good for you, okay? And I hope you like my channel. Today, I'll be doing the March closeout to make sure that everything balances out. Although we are in April, I want to start out nice and strong and having everything balance out. And in order to do so, I have to track my expenses and to go over my budget for not only my paycheck one, but my paycheck two, and any variable expenses I've been doing with my cash envelopes, okay? Whether that's using digital, using my debit card, or whether I'm using my cash envelopes, we want to see what does everything calculate to. So if you want to watch me as I do that, then sit back and relax and enjoy this video. Okay, so what I have here in front of you is my paycheck number one. We're going to go over that, okay? And then we're going to do my paycheck number two, and then we're going to go over my tracking expenses, okay? All right. Now, I wrote a couple of these ahead of time to save us time, of course, because time is precious, okay? And so let's get into it. So right here, I have that I get paid $1,500. And again, this is after all of my contributions at work have been taken out, any of my deductions, and after I have taken out, of course, half of my mortgage payment, and my hubby takes out the other half, and we take care of the mortgage payment right up front, me and my hubby. We split that up. Okay, and majority of our four walls, if you're familiar with Dave Ramsey, four walls concept, we split that as well. Okay, so that's why I have mortgage here. We took care of that in paycheck one, of course, because me and my hubby split that up. And I don't put the amount because, again, we take care of that prior to using the rest of my income that comes in. Okay, so mortgage, it has that it's been paid. Okay. And I had decided after, working on my budget, I was calculating that I would be spending $134, okay, for my FPL. I end up paying $133.79, okay. For my CapCut, which I use to edit my videos, I thought I would be paying $5. For my fee, it ended up being $2.99. For my HOA, I split that in half. I had calculated it would be $177, and that was correct after splitting the amount. I have my Canva, which I use to do just about all my templates, some of my videos, any of my posts on any of my other social media platforms. I use this a lot. And on my other social media platforms, I am known as Life Coach ELMA. It is one of my businesses that I do. I am a certified life coach, but that is my side hustle. But as for my actual fixed job, okay, my fixed income, that is the $1,500 that we're working with, okay, after, of course, all my contributions. And so I use Canva like crazy, okay? So I calculated I would spend $15 and it ended up being $12.99. My car, that's for my car insurance. I calculated it'd be $110. Our car insurance is $220 because we have two vehicles. One, my husband did give my daughter as a gift for her being a grad. She is college bound, and so she does live at home, of course. But she's our college student. We're super proud. So me and my hubby, we do pay the car insurance, both of them, in one bill, and the amount is $220, and I pay $110, and my husband pays $110, okay, for my daughter's vehicle, and that's pretty much it. So that's why you see $110 here. The Netflix, we calculate it would be $22. It ended up being $21.61, okay? And so to save us some time, originally I thought the fixed expenses would equal to $463. When I calculated the actual amounts, it came up to $453 I'm sorry, $458.38. Okay. So when you look here, you have 463 minus 458.38. That means I have, let's see, $4.63. Oh, sorry, 62 plus. Okay. So that's good. That's a plus instead of a negative. So that's okay. All right. Right here for my fixed envelopes, everything remained the same. So it was 50. I used 50. Groceries, I use all. The kids, 10, 10, 10, 10. For my personal toiletries and shopping, I use everything that I calculated to use. I used it all. It came up to 190, and that remained the same. Okay. Same thing with my credit card payments. I have multiple credit cards. However, each of them are $30 each. They're minimums. Okay. And so any additional, with the additional included in there, it equaled to 150, and that is correct. I live in South Florida. I do take the turnpike to go to work because I live a little far from work, and the turnpike helps me get there a little quicker. So I do use the Sun Pass, but I do pay a payment every paycheck if I can, and I allocated that I would use 40, and I did use the 40 amount. So I calculated everything would become 190, and that is correct. That remained the same. Okay. Right here in the savings category, I had allocated that I would be spending $33 in my emergency fund. And by the way, I am doing the 26-week saving challenge in order to complete my emergency fund. And by doing that, they have it broken down by 26 weeks, meaning 26 paychecks, and every time I get paid, I pay a certain amount. So I put 33 here, but when I looked on the actual template, I was supposed to do 15. And so instead of the 33, I did 15. Okay. And right here for my sinking funds, I was deciding to put 16, and that was still the same. So that, oops, that one was not what I allocated. This one was, excuse me. And for my savings challenge, I allocated 82, and I did do 82. And my monthly saving challenges, I decided to do 50. Okay, and that remained the same. So when I calculated the original budgeted amounts that I thought I was doing, it was for $175. But when I updated the emergency fund amount of the 15, it ended up being $163. Okay. And of course the monthly saving challenge remained the same. So right here, the buffer is slightly different because it wasn't the 175. I mean 165, sorry. Let's see. Okay. So I have the 175 that I thought it was going to be for the savings. I'm going to minus the 163 that it actually was, and that was a $12 plus, right? So a positive 12. So I'm going to go ahead and add that in there. Okay. And that makes it goes $494 went into my buffer. And the buffer, I usually use it sometimes if I'm doing other savings challenges for the next following pay period, or I just leave it in my account just in case there's any additional things that may hit my account while I'm using my debit, or if when I'm getting ready to do my mortgage for the upcoming month, that will already be in there. Okay. All right, so let's do the second paycheck. Okay. For March paycheck number 2, again, I allocated $1,500. Okay. And right here, I said I would do now the second half of my HOA fee. And so I allocated $100, and that is correct. For the internet, I went ahead and allocated that it would be sorry, the internet would be $79, and it ended up being 79.25. Okay, State Farm is 19, and this is for my life insurance. FPL, I allocated that it would be 134, and it ended up being 133.79. And for my Amazon Prime, I calculated it would be $8, and it ended up being 705. Okay, so originally the fixed expenses, after adding everything up, the $100 for HOA, $79 for internet, $19 for State Farm, $134 for FPL, $8 for Amazon, and that all totaled to $511. But when I put the correct amounts in, so $100 plus $79.25 plus $19 plus $133.79 plus $7.05. Let's see here, make sure I got everything. Okay. Okay. And let me calculate that again, because my calculator is getting stuck on a certain digit. Let's see. $100 for HOA, $79.25 for internet, $19 for State Farm, 134. Oh, excuse me. That's actually 133.79 plus $7.05. Okay. And that gives you $339.09. So when I minus that, 500 from what I initially thought it would be for my fixed expenses, I minus the 339.09. That makes it a difference of 191. Okay. All right. That's better for me. Okay. All right. In the groceries, everything here, I use it as is. Okay. Everything that was allocated is what I did use. So that's fine there. And over here in the emergency fund, I allocated I would be paying 18. I did for my emergency fund. For savings challenge, I allocated 34, and I did put 34 into savings challenge. For my monthly challenge, I did do 126, and that is correct. And yes, my buffer was, let's see here, was $238. But before I do the buffer amount, when I added all the savings that I would be putting in, besides the buffer, it came up to 178. And so that was correct, the 178 for the emergency savings and monthly challenge. Okay, and the buffer was correct as well. Bottom here, I did allocate that I would be paying $200 for taxes, and this is to get my tax done, okay, by a tax professional. And so I did end up going, and instead of it being 200, I ended up paying 150, okay? And for dental fees, because I had to pay a deductible for my dental visit, that was correct. 22 is the correct amount. My daughter, who was college bound, I did have to spend $30 for something she had to do in school, in one of her lab classes. And so that's 30, that's correct. And this is an annual subscription that my husband has. And that was for 26. And so when we add all of those up, okay, so 150 plus $22 plus $30 plus $26 equals 228. Okay, when we take that amount from what we thought originally the debt amount or these other expenses would be, we're going to take 278 minus the actual amount, and so we have a plus 50 here. Okay, of extra money that's going to go into the buffer. So in the buffer here, we're going to add that additional 50 right here. So that would be 238 plus the 50. That'd be 8, 5, 6, 7. Sorry, 8, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that'll be the amount that I put into the buffer, okay? So now we're gonna go into our expense tracker, okay? So above here that I put that I did bring in the first in paycheck number 1, again, after all my deductions, also my 401k, and any additional deductibles I have from work already came out, and this is what I got to take home. And then on top of that, I did for paycheck number 1, $1,500, paycheck number 2, $1,500, because I get fixed income, meaning I take the same amount of everything, all the deductibles out for every paycheck. It is always the same, okay? And also I always leave a little extra that I take out a certain amount for my mortgage. That's also taken out. And this is what I leave to do my budget for the fam, right? My hubby also does his expenses separately. But again, like I mentioned, we do our 4 walls together, okay? So right here, that is $3,000 of the monthly income, and that is correct. And now we're going to go into our expenses that we've done for the month of March. Now what I've done is I wrote all of them down in date order, what categories they're in, a little description of where I spent the money, the amounts, and if they were cash or card, okay? And then in the bottom here, I have the 6 categories that the transactions that I've done fall under. So I'm going to give you the total spending of all the ones listed above and if there was anything left over. Okay, so let's get started. For March 4, I spent gas at Shell's gas station. I spent $50 and that was cash. On March 5th, I did a personal expense at Elegant Beauty. I spent $30 cash. On March 10th, I spent for toiletries at Walgreens buying toothpaste, and that was for my card transaction, okay, my debit card. And for March 11, I went shopping on Amazon, and I bought stuff for $22.46. That was on my card. I also did another Amazon expense, which is in the shopping category. That was for $3.13. That's the date. And I spent $31.97. That was on a card. On March 5th, I did food at Little Caesars because my kids had their friends over, and they spent $10.17. That was cash. On 3/15, I spent toiletries at Walmart, and that was for $11.14, and that was cash. On March 23rd, I bought some food, which was like mostly drinks, snacks for my kids to do their lunches. That was at Dollar General. I spent $21.14. That was on my card. On March 23rd, I bought snacks at Wawa, and that was for $9.76. That was cash. On March 25th, I bought food at Walgreens. Again, this was like, I believe like milk and like a cereal. They had some type of sale there. And so I bought for $11.72, and that was cash. On March 25th, I bought gas, of course, for my vehicle at Wawa gas station. I spent $25, and that was cash. On March 25th, I went shopping at the post office to buy some, I believe it was some postage, or I was mailing something out. Because again, I do have a side business, which is my life coach business. I do send out products to customers. I do sell calendars. I sell motivational materials such as books, cards, anything you can think of that has any motivational things, any scriptures about God, because I am a Christian. So I bought some things to ship out, okay? And so it totaled to $12.60, and that was for cash. On March 28th, I bought food at Walmart, and that was for $60.87, and that was on my card. On March 28th, for I believe it's the produce market, I bought food, and that was for $23.28. They have great produce there, so I buy it at a separate store, or sometimes I just buy it at Publix, okay? And on March 29th, I bought snacks. It's not really snacks, but like, I want to say coffee and like a bagel or something like that. And that was for $8.91. I'm sorry, $8.91, and that was for cash. On March 30th, I had to buy something for my daughter's school. I don't remember what it was, but I did cash, and so that was for my little one. And March 31, it was something for my child again, but this time it was for my son. He got a haircut. He wanted to look Mr. GQ. Look how cute. He's in middle school. And that was for his haircut. And March 31, I got gas at Shell's gas station, and that was for $25. And that was cash, okay? So now we are going to calculate how much gas I spent for the month of March, okay? So as I calculate, by the way, I also did color coordinating, right? And so for gas, it's brown. Sorry, those are the only markers I had. I use my daughter's markers. And so for gas, which is up here, I only have 1, 2, 3 gas expenses. And so when you do 50 plus 25 plus 25, which I already know, it's $100. So I spent a total of $100 in gas, and that is what I had budget for the month, $50 for each paycheck. And so I have $0 left. I used just what I was supposed to spend. For toiletries, okay, I have the expense of $5.65. Okay, and I have a second expense right here, which I went to the Walmart, and that is for $11.14. So that gives you $16.79. And that was, okay, that was from a 20. Okay, so we minus that from a 20. And so that is a plus of $21, okay, of leftover. And then for groceries is the color orange. And I bought quite a few groceries slash food, and I'm just going to calculate them right now. Okay, so I don't want to cover it so you guys can't see what I'm looking at. So we start here, okay, and we have $10.17, okay. So I'm calculating the first one. The second one right here is $21.14. That's for $31 so far. Next one, plus 9.76 plus 11.72 plus 60.87 plus 23.28 Sorry, guys, my calculator is glitching. I'm going to do that one more time, okay? And so let's do that again. It's time to budget for a new calculator, guys. Okay, let's see. I might have to get a new one. All right, so we're doing 10, 17 plus 21, 14 plus $9.76 plus $11.72. Okay, plus 60.87 plus 23.28 plus $8.91. And I believe that's it. Okay. And that totals groceries 175.85. And let's double check. So for food, I calculated, let's see, 100, 200. That's a total of 3 because we did have spring break as well. So out of 300, minusing the 145.85 leaves us with sorry, let me double check. So we had 300. Let me look at that amount again. Okay. Yes, that's a total of 300 that we calculated. Okay. So that's 300. And we minus the 145.85. That equals 154.15. Okay, that's awesome. Okay, oh, I'm sorry, guys. This is the amount that I was supposed to put in this box. I put it on the wrong box, and this was supposed to be out of 300. I wrote the amount in the wrong box, but there you go. I budgeted $300 for the month for groceries. And again, when I am grocery shopping, whatever the difference is, my husband pays the difference when we're grocery shopping. But for the month of March, I did allocate $100 for paycheck number 1. And then for paycheck number 2, I did allocate $200 since my kids would be on spring break for 1 week around that time. So I knew they would be eating more food, having friends over. And I knew when I go grocery shopping as well, if that wasn't enough, my husband would chip in whenever we go grocery shopping. But for myself, I did allocate $300 for the month, and we only spent $145.85, okay, out of the money I had budgeted. But if there's anything else my husband wanted to buy, he did buy. If my kids need anything extra, he did buy. However, that's the amount that I actually spent buying for groceries out of the money I budgeted, okay, which gave us a plus of 154.15 out of 300. But we only spent 145.85, okay. For shopping, which are the highlighted greens, okay, I did, again, I mentioned, I did $22.46 Amazon, and I did another Amazon shop, which was $31.97, and then I did another shopping, and that was for $12.60, and that was a total of $67.03, okay, and I had allocated to use, let's see, $67. And out of that, I did go over. That is correct. Because I only budgeted for shopping, not that much. I did, let's see, for my budget, I just put only 10. So I did take from here to cover that. Okay, so I see. So actually I may not have this because I brought some of this in here to cover it. Okay. All right, and so out of there, because I only budgeted 10 out of there, so I spent $67.03. And so out of this extra money that I had in groceries, I went ahead and paid the difference. So I did calculate to spend 10. I spent more than the 10, okay? So, of course, I have 0 left from the 10 that I budgeted, but I did take it from here. And so that amount, I minus the remainder from 1. Let's see here. So the $67, I did use the 10 that I allocated for that category, which made it $57.03. I took the $57 from this amount. Okay, the money I had left over in the grocery category. And so out of the 154, okay, 15, I took out the 57.03 because originally it was 67.03, but I took it out of the $10 that I had indicated that I would be spending in the shopping category. And so because I did not have enough, I had some left over in my grocery category and I didn't use it for the rest of the month. I went ahead and took that amount from out of here, okay? So instead of doing 57, I took out, 67. I went ahead and took out 57 out of this amount here, okay? And that left this amount being 97.12, okay? So this one was 0 because I only allocated that we would spend 10, and I did that 10, okay? And for the kids section, I only spent 2 times for my kids, okay? One was for $8 for my one in elementary, and $15 for my son in middle school, and I spent a total of $23. Okay. And here I had said 20 for each section, I believe. So let's see, kids. One was 15 and one was 10, okay? So that gave me a total of 25. So I had $25 that I indicated to spend for kids, and I took out the 23, and that gave me $2. So that was out of 25, I believe, and that left me with a +2. Okay, and for beauty, I did add indicate that I would be spending $30, and I did spend 30 because I knew what I was going to buy, so I budgeted that out, and so that left me with 0, okay, of money left over. Okay, and so after I add all of these here, so for expenses, I ended up spending in total of everything, when you calculate everything. And guys, when doing your spending, do you do your expense trackers weekly, or do you do it bi-weekly, or do you do it all at once at the end of the month? Let me know in the comments below how you do it, okay? All right, so to calculate all the total spending, I take all the categories. I spent $100 for gas. I spent $16.79 for toiletries. I spent $45.85. I spent $67 I spent $23 for kids. Sorry, my calculator's glitching. I'm going to do that one more time. All right, so $100 for gas, $16.79 for toiletries. I spent $145.85 on groceries. I spent $67.03 on shopping. I spent $23 on kids. I spent $30 on personal/beauty, and that gave me $382. Oh, my pen is acting up. And 67 cents, okay, of spending. And here, what I have left over out of everything, okay, I have a plus of $3.21. All right, plus $97.12, plus $2. So I have a leftover, which this is going to be my rollover. Oh, that's so funny. Of $102.33. All right, I have gone ahead, and closed out the month of March. Sorry for the long video, but when you're breaking down those numbers and really see your expenses, it is eye-opening, and you get to see where you spend more on, where you spend less on, which categories you stay in budget, which ones you don't, and you get to see when you actually zero out everything of what you indicated to spend and what you did spend. Okay, so I did a total of $382.67 for my expenses for the month of March, and I had a leftover of $100.02. Excuse me, that's $102.33 that I will take to roll over on top of my rollover of $288 for paycheck number 2, on top of my rollover of $494, okay, from paycheck number 1. So with that being said, have a wonderful day. Thank you for coming to my channel. For those of you returning, thank you again for your constant support and viewing. And for those of you who are new to my channel, welcome. If you liked what you've seen, like what my channel is about, where I do cash stuffing, saving challenge, budget with me, closing out the month, and of course, doing sinking funds, please visit again. Again, my name is Budgets with Elma, and thank you for coming. See you at my next video.